It's live and direct with Lucky, baby. Mikey J Mondays, live, only here. Catch it every Monday night, baby. The best of Michael Jackson. What you know about that?
Man, I'm on my job, but I don't clock in. I'm my own boss, trying to chase my dream and employ my friend.
Mikey J Motivation Mondays. You are live and direct, and I'm your host, Lucky, with the latest on the Michael Jackson children custody battle, the Unity Tour, and the decision reached by Catherine Jackson and TJ Jackson. First off, the Unity Tour. The Unity Tour is going to happen. The Jackson children, Paris, Blanket, and Prince Jackson, and Catherine Jackson all agree that it's a great idea. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Catherine Jackson and TJ Jackson went up against the Jackson siblings, Tito, Randy, Reevy, and Janet, in a court battle for custody of the children and power of the Jackson will and estate. However, they did not win. The forces of TJ Jackson, Catherine Jackson, Paris, Blanket, and Prince said no. That's the latest on the Jackson family feud and the Unity Tour. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I am your host, Lucky Baby. Please say the baby. And this is Mikey J Motivations. Stay tuned for the latest on how you can restore your civil rights and gain your right to vote. Deuces, baby. See you in a minute. Enjoy.
It's been a long time. I can never think I was gonna see you again. See, you haven't changed. It's good to see you anyway.
Hello and welcome back. You are, of course, live and direct, and I'm your host, Lucky Baby. Please say the baby. I'm back to talk about how your civil rights can affect your right to vote. And that is true. Over the weekend, I spoke with a friend of mine, and she made a valid point that it's totally unnecessary to go look for a job if you don't have your civil rights. And in some ways that's true, in some ways it's not. Well, for one, if you don't have your civil rights, you cannot vote. For two, if you don't have your civil rights, there are certain types of business licenses that you cannot own. For three, okay, there are offices that you cannot hold if you so choose to be involved in an organization or you so choose to run for political office one day. Without your civil rights, you can't do either. So that in those aspects, they are very important. Next, when you do go look for a job, one thing that people always ask is, are you a convicted felon? Once you answer yes, they automatically know that in some ways you don't matter. And they look at you this way. It's up to you to take the opportunity, the time, the chance to change all of that. And how you can change that is to restore your civil rights. Become a citizen that matters. I mean, hey, nothing in life is free. And if you do the crime, you do the time. But if you've done your crime and you've done your time, your next step is to take the necessary steps to restore your civil rights. Now, whose civil rights can be taken? If you are a convicted felon in the state of Florida, your civil rights can be taken. If you are a convicted felon and you serve prison or jail time in the state of Florida, you have the opportunity prior to release to appear before to appear before the Parole Commission and request that your civil rights be restored through a clemency hearing. Okay, clemency hearing. So, I mean, if you don't know, now you know. I'm here to tell you, and I will say, let me pull it from my news desk so I can give it to you word for word. Past felony convictions, even after completion of terms and conditions, unless you have completed the clemency application process and you are granted restoration of civil rights by the governor and the board of executive clemency. You have no rights unless you go through this process. If you have been a convicted felon and you serve time. Now, your next move is to say, well, hold on. Was I offered this or not? Okay, if you weren't, you have the opportunity right now to go back and say, hey, I want my rights and I deserve my rights. And that you do. You've served your time, you've done your crime, it's done and over with. You need your rights. You need to go vote. The more people we get out there to vote, the more young people we get out there to vote, the better off this country will be. You know, I mean, I see y'all get involved in politics. The next step is to take your initiative. Make your vote count. Don't just sit around and talk about it. Be about it. You feel me? Next on the agenda, if you're convicted of a crime in another state and you move to Florida, don't think you can vote, okay? That in itself is still up for grabs, okay? You must get your civil rights restored in the state of your residency, okay? Whether it's Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, wherever. Get your civil rights restored upon release, prior to release from jail, prison, or any incarceration in a correctional facility, okay? Y'all tighten up and get that taken care of. If you don't know where to find this information, you can find it on the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida website. Okay, it's aclufl.org. aclufl.org, the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida, and they can help you out. Furthermore, at the end of this program, you'll see some phone numbers and helpful websites to get you on your way. I'm doing my best. I'm on my way. Let's take this ride together, baby. Once again, it's Lucky Baby, live and direct, and I'm out. Dade County, baby, 305, born and raised. Yeah, it's Lucky. This how we do it. All day, every day, and day. This how you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Get it, you got it, good.
Green.